Remember that? It's important that we remember these things. How often do we come on here and we talk about the COVID lockdowns and things that happened in the past? They're desperate that you and me, that we just forget and let go all the things these communists have done to this country, and we're not going to let it go. And I have a bunch of sound bites for you from back then, and we have a great show for you tonight, and we're going to remember. We are going to take this and we are going to remember, because look, we're just past the year anniversary of that international embarrassment, the international disaster. I do think it's important, though, before I get to the sound bites and everything else, I think it's important we understand exactly how we got there. I think it's important that we talk about it. 9/11 happened. I was in the Marines at the time. I remember watching the towers go down from my barracks room. I just sat there and watched it live with all my Marine friends in my barracks room. And then it wasn't long after they announced there was some invasion of Afghanistan. I never went to Afghanistan, by the way. I went to Iraq. But we took over Afghanistan, kind of, a little, took over the major parts of it, could never seem to fully overcome what was going on there. And it just kept going. Remember, it just kept going on and on and on, president after president after president. It just went on and on and on. But all this time while it was going on and on, I would talk to friends of mine who were still in the Marines, some Army friends of mine, Navy guys, and every one of them to a man would simply tell me, Jesse, it's a disaster. Jesse, no one knows what we're doing. Jesse, no one knows the mission. Jesse, I'm guarding the poppy fields of Afghanistan. Oh, yeah, that happened. Did you know American troops were at one point in time standing guard over the heroin? Didn't know that, did you? It was just a disaster. And then we had the Afghanistan papers. Remember the Afghanistan papers? The Afghanistan papers came out, and then the public got treated to what many of us had known all along. We went in there with no clear mission, no clear plan, and we just simply never developed one. Didn't matter who was president. Didn't matter who the generals were. It was just, hey, send some more troops and some more bombs. Hey, let's guard the poppy fields. Hey, let's build these guys a well. I bet they want clean water. A well? There was never a plan. And the plan eventually devolved into training the Afghan security forces. We're going to train them so they can take care of themselves. Look, these Taliban, they're going to try to take it back, but we're going to train and equip these Afghan security forces. And that was this long, long process. And I remember talking to my buddies about that, and they would simply laugh. There was never one kind word about the Afghan security forces. It was always, Jesse, they're a joke. Jesse, they can't stand up to anything. Jesse, they don't even want to be there. Jesse, half these guys are radical jihadists. Jesse, this sucks. It was common knowledge, and that's going to play an important part in what we're about to talk about here. It was common knowledge with everyone I talked to that Afghanistan was going to fall a half a second after we left to the Taliban. They were simply the superior military force. Superior equipment, superior tactics, superior commitment, superior everything. That's just what it was.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, The Forgotten Genocide. The first episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.